2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Green. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Green. This pass hauled in by Dotson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Green from the gun on 3rd down. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dreadnoughts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They go quickly here out to Moore. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. And he's got room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
34 yards to gain that time, another first down.
Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. Throwing on 1st down.
Green. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And Chubb try the middle here. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And here's Green to throw on 3rd down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
Picked off by Kevin Farley. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
But how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are an extra
extra point away from drawing level.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. 7-7, our score after 1.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to bring big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Chubb on the counter. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They go play action with Wilson. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
Wilson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Green. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Straight ahead, Gibson. Gibson gets hit and he fumbles it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. There's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw is Wilson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That was well played, but that's also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
It's a 45-yard flip and a decent return there of 9 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you had periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Drained down on third down. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-power offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Green. They'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this 1st half. The final shot before break. Green. And that is incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Green, a final shot before break. Slings this deep from McLaurin, and unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 25 yards that time.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Wilson's throw there caught by Gallup.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. From the 41, Wilson steps away to his left. His throw incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Juice. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give him the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Green. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 22 yards there, a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
The lessons will continue. This rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And it's fielded at the 34. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard, 8-yard return.
Stay in the house. You stay in the house.
1st and 10 as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Wilson. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker, or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay.
I think it's the worst update Madden has ever done.
Just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's more. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, you don't have to wait till you get to the red zone to run the fade. It can be effective in any part of the field.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now a give here to Pollard. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more.
That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. From 13 yards out. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Green slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in.
Now, see, that's the part I find hilarious. Nick Chubb got, what, 92 speed? He's just leaving my entire defense. But I got Pollard that's like 97 speed. And you got freaking linebackers just hawking me down. Absolute trash. That's what's trash. Abilities and stuff happening all bad. I mean, that's the game. But that right there, Chubb ain't outrunning the dang 94 safety right there. Speed. Sorry, it's just not happening. Shit happen both ways. I'm fine with it if mine does it, but, you know. I mean, I had a breakaway. I've had 2 with Pollard. Should have been just to the house, but no. Your whole defense can catch my offense. But. Wow.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. There's Wilson to throw. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Wilson. Goes right back to Smith again. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20.
Look at that. I mean, 10 more yards and your whole goddamn team catches Pollard. Whole team is just sucking up the Pollard. Yet Chubb just leads the whole team. Explain that to me.
This one continues to go.
Jesus.
Splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40. 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown. return, Charles, makes this a one-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had a big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for two? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? They've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Elijah Moore, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will add to their 4th-quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here. They are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Green. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
To throw is Green on 1st and 10.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now Green to throw on 3rd down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. His first career touchdown pass. And yeah, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. Oh, did the kicking team get it? Yes. The onside kick.
Boy, this game is absolute hilariousness. What a joke.
They don't have to get 6. A field goal ties the ball game for them. Nicely executed play.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
They'll look to throw.
On a bad time late for a poor throw.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Well, do you
holy.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen.
You could completely miss this, like, by 50 yards, and I bet they give it to you somehow.
Atlanta throws the
fucking
interception.
crazy.
San Francisco runs it back. Game assaulted away.
I mean, the whole game's been crazy.
Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the
It's
game-winning
stupid.
field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. 4 seconds to go. This would
Oh yeah, I guess you got a perfect kicker because no freeze kicker. Jesus Christ.
This game is tied. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team
Oh, I
gets
know.
possession
I got
to
Commanders in the league.
or score a touchdown
I mean,
in
they-
the ball game. If both teams kick field
Oh,
goals,
God,
the
it's
next team to score.
Well, I mean, I'm sure I'm gonna. I don't know.
Receiving
My
team
offensive line is probably just gonna quit here in a second.
as the ball gets picked
This
up by the
game's never
defense and
ending.
they score, the game is over at that point.
Well, 4 quarters couldn't decide things, so it's on to overtime here as the kick
So
is
what?
away.
And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25.
I can't understand what you're talking about.
About set for this next drive.
Oh,
by
yeah,
the
just let him go.
Cowboys offense.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles. A pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here taken in by Boykin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stumped at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here we go. Set.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially in overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage. And that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Well, the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. To throw is Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Pass incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. To throw on 2nd and 10, Wilson. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still
No way
all
that
tied.
happens.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. Defensively now, the ultimate challenge. Of course, the ball gets in the end zone. This thing's over.
And I remember my coach has always talked about in goal line situations, and now you're in overtime where they have to keep them to 3 points. Otherwise, this thing is done. Win your individual battle within the framework of the team defense. Beat that guy across from you and make a play. I expect them to attack on defense and not sit back. Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Now a shotgun handoff to Potter, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Kick is good, and they have regained the lead. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? The overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone, because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Green on 3rd and 2. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Here's Green, throwing on 4th down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home.